Hey everybody, it's Andrea. Before we start today's show, I have a super quick announcement to share with you. In May, my College to Career Academy will hold a series of live weekend boot camps to help graduating seniors as well as juniors who are confused about what jobs and careers they might want to pursue when they graduate. So imagine going from confused to confident with at least 3 different career options you'd be psyched to explore by the end of day 1 of the boot camp, and then learning the tools, tactics, and the strategies to find those jobs by the end of day 2. The boot camp is live and it's led by me over Zoom, and you can learn more about it at College to Career Academy. That's college, the number 2, career.academy. Or you can just look me up on LinkedIn and check out the featured section of my LinkedIn page. I can't imagine a better graduation gift for the college students in your life. Thanks so much for listening, and I know you're going to enjoy my next incredible guest. Hi there, I'm Andrea Koppel, and it's time for coffee. The podcast where you get to hear firsthand what the jobs and careers that interest you the most are really like. Hey there, Java junkies. Welcome to another K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. By the way, K-Cups come in 3 sizes, single, double, and triple shots, or roughly 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes in length. So if you don't have time to throw back an entire caffeinated career conversation, these K-Cup mini episodes of T4C can give you a quick caffeinated fix, whether you're on the go or you only have a few minutes to binge. So grab your mug and take a chug, because it's time for a caffeinated career triple shot K-Cup with my guest, Madeline Mann. Let us kick things off first, because I just thought maybe we could give our listeners a super quick overview of what the field of human resources actually encompasses and what human resources means. Because I got to tell you, Madeline, before I met you virtually as a fan, I never really thought about HR as being something that would be a fun and exciting career.
That's so funny to hear. Yeah, I think most people would agree. I definitely have to say, I was not a little 10-year-old girl thinking, when I grow up, I want to work human resources. And I don't know that any little boy or any little girl ever thinks that. So I totally get that.
Yeah. So what do they do? What is human resources?
Human resources is the department of a company who focuses on, okay, how do we retain talent? How do we develop them, level them up, train them, bring them into the company, help them ramp up quickly, help them to be productive members of a company, and then also manage things when things get tough, when there's interpersonal conflict, when we need to deal with something that is unsavory or termination. So you basically are the one who is managing the full people life cycle to ensure that the employee experience is productive and enriching and also legal.
Yeah, definitely gotta follow the rules. So with that as a backdrop, let's dig into what you're doing right now as the talent development manager at Inspire, which according to LinkedIn, this may not be correct. This may just be the number of Inspire employees who are on LinkedIn, but it said it has about 180 plus employees. Is that right?
Yes.
So what do you do?
What do I do as a talent development manager? Well, one of the things that is really fun about my role is I get to think about what are our business challenges right now and how can we make sure to remove that delta between where our employees are today and their knowledge and their skills in their alignment and to where we need to be, such as, are we launching a new product and we need to make sure everyone is aligned on what that product means for the business, our business model, how everyone's contributing to that. That's something that as a talent development manager, I'm working with executives to ensure that we are having meetings and sessions where people are building those skills, getting that information. It's also about noticing what is helping people to stay at the company and what's causing them to leave. Maybe that has something to do with their managers. Maybe we have a feedback problem where people are too nice or they're too direct. And so how do we implement a behavior change? So that's really what my job's all about. And then I also have the community manager team, which they essentially are the ones who organize different engagement events. And they also help with, office operations. And so with them reporting into me, I get to focus on, all right, how are we aligning people around our mission by bringing in really cool speakers who talk about environmentalism? How are we making sure that in a virtual world, people are still interacting and eating lunch together or, having a drink together, whatever it is? That is a big part of really making sure that we're still having that human connection.
One of the bullet points that you have in your LinkedIn profile around this role is that you reimagined the onboarding process in a way that scales and reduces ramp up time. And that would be ramp up time and understanding the business. And you reimagined it in a way that it shortened it from more than a year to about 90 days. Is that the kind of creative project that lights you up?
Absolutely. It really is all about putting yourself in the position of a new hire, understanding when you come into a job, your ramp up time, your ability to be productive, especially for the more advanced a role is, the more skilled it is, it can take you, 3 months, 6 months, a whole year before you are fully understanding all the intricacies of the business and working at your full capacity. And so it's really fun to think through, okay, what these new hires don't know, what they don't know. So how do I make sure to get them in front of the right people, to get them the right information so that they are equipped to ask the right questions and get information at the right times? And so that's such a huge part of the onboarding process. And yes, it's absolutely a really fun project to work on.
Madeline, as you know, most T4C listeners are college students and young professionals. What tips can you offer them about how they can make the most of the human resources professionals in whatever company they join?
With human resources, we really are the ones who truly kind of are the keepers of the behind the scenes information, all that. And so I think that you can reach out to your human resources department and first of all, really confide in them about anything that you are noticing in the organization. Hey, I'm noticing that people are showing up late to meetings or anything like that. And that's always like a really great data point for them to then make something happen. I think there's really no use in sitting there and being grumpy and complaining versus, just kind of giving them those data points. I think also I've seen people ask for stretch projects and they look to help the human resources department. They'll say, hey, could I have a stretch project? And then you get to help source candidates, which means help find candidates for jobs. You can help with coordinating the next event they do or whatnot, because typically a human resources department is typically understaffed and overworked. So I think there's typically some really good opportunities to build a stretch project within that department.
Thanks for tuning in to this K-Cup mini episode of Time for Coffee. If you want to listen to our entire caffeinated career conversation, please check out the show notes for this episode. Thanks so much for listening to Time for Coffee, where the professionals in the jobs that most interest you always have time to grab coffee 24/7, no matter where you live. I have one quick favor to ask you. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to Time for Coffee. Thanks so much.